Why do we dream of people we haven't seen in years? Have you ever woken up from a dream and thought, why did they show up? Someone you haven't seen in years, maybe an old friend, a childhood crush, a teacher, even a stranger you met once at a party. It can feel so random, so bizarre, and yet strangely emotional. Why does your brain hold on to these people, only to drop them back into your dreams years later? Tonight, we're diving deep into the mystery of why forgotten faces reappear in our dream worlds, and what it reveals about memory, emotion, and the secret workings of your mind. Dreams are often described as the theater of the mind. They recycle moments, mash together random details, and sometimes deliver vivid performances starring people we've long forgotten. But here's the twist, your brain never really forgets faces. Even people you saw only once, the barista from a coffee shop 5 years ago, or a stranger who bumped into you on a train, can show up in your dreams. How? Because your brain is an obsessive archivist. It files away faces with surprising precision, even if you don't consciously remember them. Think of it like this, your waking memory is a spotlight, but your brain's unconscious storage is a massive warehouse. Dreams wander through that warehouse and pull characters off the shelves. Our subconscious mind is constantly working behind the scenes, organizing memories, emotions, and unresolved thoughts. When you dream of someone from years ago, it's often your subconscious nudging you to process a feeling you didn't fully handle at the time. But not every face makes it into your dreams. So why do certain people return after years of silence? One major reason is emotion. Strong emotions act like bookmarks in your memory. A person who made you laugh, hurt you deeply, or inspired you leaves a kind of emotional tag. Dreams are drawn to these tags, especially during REM sleep, when your brain processes feelings. That's why breakup dreams can feel so raw. Or why you might dream of a childhood friend during stressful times, your brain is revisiting emotional blueprints, trying to make sense of them. In this way, dreams aren't random at all. They're emotional reruns. Faces that carry strong emotional tags, happiness, guilt, love, or fear, are more likely to reappear in dreams. Your brain marks these people as emotionally significant, even if you've long forgotten them consciously. Another explanation is what scientists call memory consolidation. During sleep, your brain organizes, compresses, and files away the day's experiences. But in the process, it cross-references old material. Think of your brain like a movie director on a budget. Instead of inventing new characters every night, it reuses old ones. That's why you might see the same high school teacher in multiple dreams. Your brain already has that file, and it's easier to reuse than generate a stranger from scratch. This recycling doesn't mean those people are important in your present life. It just means your brain is efficient, and sometimes a little lazy. Sometimes dreams act as a mental workshop. Seeing a person from your past might be your brain's way of rehearsing scenarios, resolving past conflicts, or imagining conversations you never had. Sometimes, the trigger is hiding in your day. You walk past a bakery, and the smell of fresh bread pulls up memories of your grandmother. That night, she appears in your dream. Or you hear a song you haven't listened to since college, and suddenly an old roommate shows up. This is called context-dependent memory. Your brain stitches tiny triggers from your daily life into dream storylines. That's why it feels so random, but often, if you trace back the details, the dream has roots in something you just experienced. Dreams of old acquaintances often mirror your present life. For instance, dreaming of a childhood friend might reflect nostalgia or a need for connection, while a former rival could indicate current stress or competition. Of course, not all dream visitors are welcome. Sometimes people tied to trauma or stress return. This can be unsettling, even distressing. Psychologists suggest that these dreams may actually be your brain's attempt to heal. By replaying fragments of pain in a safe, dreamlike environment, your mind is working through unresolved emotions. It's a rehearsal for recovery, even if it feels like a nightmare. Still, repeated distressing dreams can also signal unresolved trauma, a sign that talking to a professional might help. Here's a fascinating twist. Researchers believe you can't dream up entirely new faces. Every face in your dream is someone you've seen before, even if it was only for a fleeting second in real life. That random stranger in your dream? You passed them once at a bus stop. Your brain recorded their face like a snapshot. This supports the idea that your brain is a master archivist. Dreams are built from recycled content, not fabricated from scratch. Which means, in a way, every person in your dreams is real. Some people appear repeatedly across your dreams because your brain stores their faces in long-term memory. It's like a mental Rolodex. Your brain reuses familiar characters when creating dream scenarios, sometimes for decades. Across cultures, dreaming of old acquaintances has carried powerful meanings. In ancient Greece, dream visitors were seen as omens. In Japan, a dream of someone from your past might be read as unfinished business. In modern psychology, though, these dreams are seen less as predictions and more as reflections, mirrors of your inner world. But whether you see them as mystical messages or neurological recycling, one thing is certain: these dream encounters feel meaningful, because our brains are wired to give them meaning. So what does it mean if you dream of someone from years ago? The truth is, it's rarely about them. It's about you. Your brain uses their face as a canvas to explore your current feelings. Maybe that old classmate symbolizes lost opportunities. Maybe that first crush symbolizes a desire for excitement. Or maybe it's just your brain recycling cast members. The meaning lies in your reaction. How did you feel during the dream? That's the real clue. In the end, dreaming of people you haven't seen in years isn't a glitch, it's a feature of the human mind. Your dreams are time travelers, weaving together memory, emotion, and imagination. They pull from your deepest archives, stir up old feelings, and sometimes hand you a message you didn't know you needed. The next time an old face appears in your dream, ask yourself, what is my brain trying to tell me? Maybe it's nostalgia. Maybe it's closure. Or maybe it's just the director of your inner theater, dusting off an old character for one more performance. Dreams are windows into our hidden mind, but they leave us with more questions than answers. So here's one for you: who's the most surprising person you've ever dreamed of? Share it in the comments, I'd love to know. If you enjoyed this dive into the science of dreams, make sure you subscribe to Why Curio, where every night's mystery finds a story. Dreams connect us all in strange ways. Let's build a dream diary together in the comments. Drop your weirdest dream and see who else can relate.